Those who prefer solitude may be misunderstood in a world that often celebrates extroversion, social connectivity, and constant stimulation. They are frequently labeled as shy, antisocial, or even aloof. However, people who enjoy solitude possess unique personality traits that distinguish them in meaningful and often admirable ways. These individuals don't merely tolerate being alone, they embrace it. Their relationship with solitude is not a result of social inadequacy but rather a reflection of their inner strength, rich inner lives, and self-awareness. In this article, we will explore the distinctive personality traits of those who love solitude, breaking down what makes them special, how they view the world, and why their way of being is valid and valuable. 1. Highly self-aware. One of the most prominent traits among solitude lovers is high self-awareness. People who enjoy their own company often spend much time reflecting and analyzing their thoughts, emotions, and actions. This habit of introspection helps them better understand who they are, what they value, and how they relate to the world. They are not afraid to confront uncomfortable truths about themselves because they see personal growth as a lifelong journey. This self-awareness often makes them more thoughtful, deliberate decision-makers and tends to make them in tune with their emotional states. 2. Emotionally independent. People who love solitude often possess a strong sense of emotional independence. They don't rely on external validation to feel worthy or content. While they may enjoy meaningful relationships, they don't need constant companionship or approval to feel fulfilled. This emotional independence allows them to thrive in situations that might unsettle others, such as working alone, traveling solo, or spending weekends without social plans. Their happiness comes from within, not from the noise and affirmation of the outside world. 3. Deep thinkers. Solitude gives people the space to think deeply, and those who love it often develop a habit of contemplation. Whether pondering philosophical questions, analyzing human behavior, or exploring creative ideas, these individuals engage in thought processes beyond the superficial. Their thinking is rarely impulsive, instead, they take the time to examine ideas from multiple angles. This makes them great problem solvers and often leads to original insights that might be overlooked in a more distracted, hurried mindset. 4. Creatively inclined. Solitude and creativity often go hand in hand. Many of the world's greatest writers, artists, composers, and inventors have cited solitude as essential to their creative process. People who seek solitude tend to have vivid imaginations and often use alone time as an opportunity to create, whether it's painting, writing, composing music, or building new ideas. This creative drive is fueled by the lack of external noise and the freedom to think without judgment. In their private worlds, they can explore ideas without inhibition or interruption. 5. Strong sense of identity. People who love solitude usually develop a strong and stable sense of identity. Because they spend more time with their thoughts and emotions, they are less likely to be influenced by trends, peer pressure, or social expectations. They know what they like and what they don't. Their opinions, values, and beliefs are formed through personal reflection rather than social conformity. As a result, they are often more authentic in how they present themselves to the world. 6. Selective in relationships. Solitude-loving individuals are rarely interested in shallow or surface-level relationships. They value quality over quantity and form deep, meaningful connections with a few people. They are discerning in who they let into their inner world, often preferring to avoid social interactions that feel draining or disingenuous. These connections are built on trust, mutual respect, and shared values when they form relationships. They bring depth and loyalty to their friendships and romantic partnerships. 7. Resilient and self-sufficient. People who love solitude often cultivate resilience and self-sufficiency. They're used to handling challenges independently and don't shy away from discomfort or struggle. They take initiative and responsibility for their lives rather than relying on others to solve their problems. This makes them particularly capable in crises. While others may panic or seek guidance, solitude lovers remain composed and introspective, using their inner resources to navigate challenging situations. 8. Comfortable with silence. Many people find silence awkward or unsettling, but solitude lovers tend to find comfort in it. They don't feel the need to fill every moment with noise, conversation, or activity. Silence is not empty to them, it is a space where clarity, reflection, and peace reside. This comfort with silence often makes them more mindful, present, and observant. They notice things others miss, the subtle emotions in a person's expression, the texture of a moment, or the unspoken atmosphere in a room. 9. Naturally curious. Curiosity is another defining trait of those who love solitude. Their introspective nature often drives a desire to understand the world more deeply. Whether exploring new ideas, reading books, or learning new skills, they feed their minds constantly. Their curiosity isn't always directed outward because they spend so much time contemplating. It's also self-inquiry. They ask themselves big questions. What motivates me? What is the meaning of this experience? How can I evolve? 10. Low tolerance for drama. People who enjoy solitude tend to have a low tolerance for drama, gossip, or emotionally charged social scenes. They avoid unnecessary conflict and value peace and emotional equilibrium. This preference often makes them appear calm and grounded. They would rather walk away from a toxic relationship or high-drama environment than be drawn into emotional turmoil. For them, mental serenity is far more important than fitting into social groups that thrive on conflict or chaos. 11. Authentic and honest. Another unique trait among solitude lovers is authenticity. They often express themselves honestly because they are less concerned with external approval. They're not afraid to voice unpopular opinions, stand by their values, or challenge conventional norms. Their honesty is not abrasive, it's rooted in a strong internal moral compass. They live with integrity and prefer transparency in their dealings with others. 12. Mindful and present. Solitude cultivates mindfulness. You're more attuned to your surroundings, emotions, and thoughts when you're alone. People who enjoy solitude are often very present at the moment and attuned to the nuances of their experiences. This mindfulness leads to a deeper appreciation for simple pleasures, such as a warm coffee, a walk in nature, or a quiet morning. They don't need grand experiences to feel joy. For them, contentment often resides in the ordinary. 13. Introverted but not necessarily shy. It's important to clarify that loving solitude is not synonymous with being shy or socially anxious. Many solitude-loving individuals are quite capable in social settings. They may enjoy engaging in conversations, public speaking, or leadership roles but also need time to recharge and reflect. Introverts have a personality orientation, not a social deficiency. Their ability to be alone often enhances their capacity to engage meaningfully when they do choose to be social. 14. Disciplined and focused. Solitude can also foster discipline and focus. Without the distractions of constant social interaction or digital noise, these individuals often channel their energy into pursuits that require sustained attention. They approach their goals with persistence and dedication, whether it's academic research, artistic creation, or physical fitness. They can maintain routines, prioritize tasks, and avoid procrastination, traits that are invaluable in both personal and professional realms. 15. In tune with nature and the arts. Many solitude-loving individuals feel a strong connection to nature or the arts. These environments and experiences offer the quiet, reflective space they crave. Walking in the forest, listening to music, and reading poetry are not just pastimes but deeply fulfilling experiences that feed their soul. They often have an aesthetic sensitivity, appreciating beauty in subtle and profound ways. This connection enhances their creativity, empathy, and overall sense of wonder. Celebrating the beauty of solitude. Loving solitude is not a sign of loneliness or misanthropy, it indicates a rich inner life and a profound sense of self. People who embrace solitude are not broken or antisocial, they are simply oriented toward a quieter, deeper way of experiencing the world. Their unique traits, self-awareness, emotional independence, deep thinking, authenticity, and creativity, are assets in a society that often prioritizes speed over depth and noise over meaning. As our world becomes increasingly overstimulated and connected, finding peace in solitude may be more valuable than ever. So, the next time you encounter someone who prefers their own company, recognize that behind their quiet exterior lies a complex, thoughtful, and beautifully unique mind. In solitude, they find not only themselves but also the profound richness of a deeply lived life.